Why can't you be that calm and nice? Like,
de la bouffe.
Kevin. Go.
Isso aí é brinquedo de criança? Isso aí é brinquedo de criança?
Ecstasy right now.
He's a handsome little boy. Pop is a handsome little.
Bitch! Bitch! I'm trying to stick this to the floor, you slut. I can't fucking breathe.
I'm going to tell you a story called The Great Dog Detective. Once upon a time, there was a dog named Max. Max wasn't just any dog. He was the smartest dog in the whole neighborhood. He wore a tiny detective hat, and his favorite hobby was solving mysteries. No one knew exactly how he became so clever. Some said it was all the peanut butter sandwiches he ate, while others thought it was because he spent so much time watching detective shows with his owner, Mr. Thompson. Either way, Max had a nose for sniffing out trouble. One sunny afternoon, Max was lounging in the yard, chewing on his favorite squeaky toy, when something caught his eye. Over by the garden, a little trail of muddy paw prints led right to the big oak tree. Max's tail perked up. This was a mystery. Who could have made these paw prints? Max thought to himself, adjusting his tiny detective hat. Max's nose twitched, and he started sniffing the ground. This smells like cookies. He sniffed again. And dirt. He followed the trail, wagging his tail with excitement. The trail led all the way to the neighbor's yard, where Max saw the back door wide open. Suddenly, a loud bark echoed from inside. Max froze. What in the world, he thought. I've got to investigate, he barked to himself. Without a second thought, Max squeezed under the fence and trotted toward the door. Inside the neighbor's house was a fluffy, bouncy puppy named Daisy. Daisy had big, bright eyes and an infectious smile. She was bouncing around the kitchen, wagging her tail, and causing a bit of chaos. Max trotted over to Daisy. Daisy, what's going on in here? He asked, putting on his best detective voice. Oh, Max, I was trying to help Mrs. Henderson bake cookies, Daisy said, looking sheepish. But, I may have gotten a little carried away. Max looked around and saw the mess. Flour everywhere, cookie dough on the floor, and an open jar of chocolate chips with just a few chips left. Daisy had clearly been enjoying her baking adventure a little too much. Well, it looks like you've made a bit of a mess, Max said, trying to hide his giggles. But it seems to me there's more to this mystery. You're trying to tell me someone else is involved. Daisy's eyes grew wide. I think it was the cat. I saw Whiskers sneaking around the kitchen earlier. Max rubbed his chin thoughtfully. The plot thickens. Max wasn't one to jump to conclusions, but there was something fishy about this situation. He turned to Daisy. Don't worry, Daisy. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'm the best dog detective in the neighborhood, and no one gets away with stealing cookies. Not even Whiskers. Daisy wagged her tail excitedly. Oh, Max, you're the best. But be careful. Whiskers is sneaky. Max puffed out his chest and put on his detective hat. I'm always careful, Daisy. Now let's find Whiskers. Max and Daisy quietly crept into the living room, where they found Whiskers, the fluffy white cat, lounging lazily on the couch. Whiskers looked up at them and yawned, stretching like a queen. Whiskers, Max barked, his voice full of authority. I know you were up to no good in the kitchen. Daisy saw you sneaking around. Whiskers blinked slowly, then let out a big stretch. Oh, Max, she purred. I was simply supervising the baking. Someone had to make sure Daisy didn't overdo it with the sugar, you know. Max raised an eyebrow. Is that so? Because it looks to me like you were stealing chocolate chips. Whiskers flicked her tail and gave Max an innocent look. Chocolate chips? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm on a strict diet of tuna fish and catnip. Thank you very much. Max wasn't convinced. So you admit it. You were the one who ate the last chocolate chips. Whiskers stared at Max, then gave a dramatic sigh. Fine, you caught me. I might have nibbled on a few, but they were just sitting there calling to me, and they were so delicious. Max wagged his tail. I knew it. You've confessed, Whiskers. Case closed. Whiskers shrugged. Okay, but it's not like I could leave Daisy to do all the work herself. Someone had to keep her company while she made the mess. Max paused for a moment, realizing that maybe Whiskers wasn't entirely guilty. Well, Whiskers, I suppose I'll let you off the hook this time. But next time, no chocolate chips for you. Whiskers chuckled. Deal, Max. Max and Daisy returned to the kitchen, where the mess was even bigger now that the cookies had spread all over the place. There was flour on the walls, the sink was overflowing with dirty spoons, and Daisy was now covered in sticky dough. Max tilted his head and looked at Daisy. Well, this is a bit of a disaster, huh? Daisy looked up at him with big eyes. I'm sorry, Max. I didn't mean to mess everything up. I just wanted to bake some cookies. Max patted her gently on the head. It's okay, Daisy. You were just trying to help. But maybe next time, you can ask for a little assistance first. Daisy's tail wagged, and she nodded. You're right, Max. I should have asked for help. Just then, Mrs. Henderson, the neighbor, walked in, her eyes wide with surprise at the sight of the mess. What in the world happened here? She exclaimed. Max stood tall, puffing out his chest. Don't worry, Mrs. Henderson. The case is solved. The culprit has been caught, and justice has been served. Whiskers padded into the kitchen, looking a little sheepish but proud. It wasn't just me, she said. I might have eaten some chocolate chips, but it was Daisy who made the mess. Mrs. Henderson raised an eyebrow and then chuckled. Well, I guess I'll just have to clean up after you two. Max, proud of his detective work, looked at Daisy and Whiskers. It looks like everything turned out all right in the end. But from now on, let's stick to the recipe, okay? Daisy and Whiskers both agreed, wagging their tails. And as for Max, well, he was already thinking about his next big mystery. But for now, he'd enjoy a few of the cookies that were finally baked, without the chocolate chips being eaten first. And so, Max, the great dog detective, went to bed that night with a full belly and a sense of satisfaction. It had been another successful case, and tomorrow, he'd be ready for whatever mystery came his way. If you like this video, please leave a like and a subscribe. It will really help our channel grow. But if you don't like it, then just skip it, and don't forget to check out our other videos. Thank you very much and goodbye.